Alright, so I'm gonna take a little break on the wiring. I might pick that up later today, but I think it's time to get some cutoff wheels and grinding disc and have at it. So a couple weeks ago, when I pulled the carpet to run the wires, I discovered the floor looking like that. Reached out to the owner, and he's like, well, if you can, patch them. So yeah, I want to get my hands dirty today. Like I said, the wiring's fun, but doing a little bit of welding. So what I'll do is I'll remove this panel here. I'll probably just scuff up and see how bad this is or how far it goes. And I don't think it goes too far. Probably about here. Come across here. And then depending on how far back it goes up in here, which I don't think too far. So nice big square piece. I know the floor is molded and everything, but I think we get a square piece in there. Same thing. I forget which side's worse. This side might be worse. Yeah, so it'll probably be about 2 of the same size square pieces, depending on how far it goes. So if we get these cut out, molded, I don't know if somebody try to lift the car up or what, but that's like just bowed up. So we'll get that situated. And I know over here, I think this is pretty close. So we'll scuff this up, see how it looks underneath, and we'll go from there. And then we'll get that side out and see how that looks on the passenger side. Alright, I know I said this wasn't going to turn into a full build. It's not. It's going to be close though, but it's not. So, floor's not looking horrible, but we could get it right. So obviously, those 2 sections back there. I thought I had a couple more up here. When I pulled the carpet, they're like some white specks like that. And just where they were, it looked like it was shining through the floor. But we're good there. It's like somebody, I don't know if they try to pick it up from the bottom or what they did, but that's bowed in a little bit. But this should just be surface. Hit that with the scuff pad and see what happens. Like I said, this might need a little patch in here, maybe just some rust reformer. We'll take the shifter out eventually, but the passenger side, yeah, it's gonna need a decent sized patch. So it's definitely something I can knock out. A little bit bigger than I thought, but I think we can handle it. This, like I said, this might be surface up here, but this definitely have to be patched up, and up there. So I think we might be making a trip to the metal supermarket today, along with the parts store. So run to the metal supermarket, get another piece of probably 18 gauge for the floor. I don't think I need to go thicker than that. Maybe 20, 18 or 20, probably 18. Do 18 gauge. I'll take some measurements to see how much I need. I might need a new bottle of gas, so we'll use what's in it for now. And then if we run out, we run out. We'll go get another bottle once it's empty. And then the auto parts store, pick up a neutral safety switch and a toggle switch for the kill switch, and the retaining clip that goes on here. So we get those 3 things knocked out. Alright, so just hit it with the wire wheel, kind of clean up or see what's surface and what's rusted all the way through. And like I said, there's a couple pinholes in here, so that's not horrible. So I think fix those little pinholes and some rust reformer back there. This side, it's not as bad as I thought, or it doesn't go as far as I thought. A lot of this up here will surface, but if we're going to do it, might as well just patch these drain plugs. So probably cut along here somewhere. That way, remove the drain plug so water doesn't get inside. It's a little harder to drain out, but cars nowadays, you're not doing certain stuff in them. Probably not going to be spilling stuff and leaving the windows open, so shouldn't really have to worry about that. But we'll cut all that out. And I know on the Monte I deleted these drain plugs and just patched them up, so may or may not do that to this one. That side, same thing, doesn't go as far. And this floor up in this area was bowed up earlier, just push that back down. I'll try to do the same thing with this section here because it is bowed up a little bit, so just try to knock that down. And then this side, like I said, found a few more pinholes, but it's not horrible. So we'll patch this, patch that, fill that pinhole, and we should be good to go. When you are doing this stuff, I did have mask on protecting the eyes and then something covering the mouth and the nose, so I wasn't breathing in all that dust. So just wear your PPE if you have it. If you don't have it, go get something. Doesn't have to be anything too crazy, just the basics. Something simple is better than nothing. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at so far. Next step is to probably just plan out exactly where I want to cut and start getting some stuff cut out. Alright, so getting everything cut out. Just those three sections up there, those smaller pinholes. I think there's good metal next to it, so we'll just fill those in with the weld. Same thing with this. And then hit it with like the rust reformer. That way, if anything is under it, it shouldn't spread anymore. Where these sections back here, these definitely need to be cut out. See, underside, I think there's undercoating on it, or there's supposed to be, but where we started cutting, I said, well, where we cut, there's still some good metal behind it, so clean that up from the underside. Make sure it is all good. A little bit more trimming right in here, but I'll do that when I climb up underneath of it. Yeah, just pretty much get some good metal all the way around it, trace out that shape, and get a couple pieces cut out where some of the shapes up there, or some of the sections, we have some pieces, we just trace those out and put those back in. Alright, so we got these pieces cut out. I'm cut out, cleaned up around the edges. Like I said, tomorrow it's starting to get too hot, so we'll just complete everything tomorrow. We'll finish cleaning these up. Those are good, but these larger two sections, we'll clean those up, and might have to shape these a little bit, these two larger pieces, because it does slightly bend upward, so might have to shape those, and hopefully I left them long enough to do that. Alright, now I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be out here welding because it's hot outside. I was trying to delay it as long as I could. It's finally starting to cool down a little bit, so hopefully I could withstand the heat out here, and then added heat once I layer up and throw on the sleeves and everything for the welder. But yeah, it's about to get a little hot, but let's get to tacking these into place and see how much we get welded in before we run out of gas. Alright, so I'm gonna call it a day there. This side here, I'm about to massage it from underneath and get everything form fitted. Right now it's tacked in enough where if I hit one side, it's not gonna move the whole thing. So that side's looking good. Passenger side floorboard, that's looking good. There's those pinholes I thought I could just weld up, but I'm going to have to cut out and plate those. So I'll do that tomorrow. And this side, I know I'm going to have to go up underneath and work the bottom side of here, clean it up a little bit more before I weld onto that. So that's why that side's not done. And then I think there's a pinhole or two on this side. I'll cut out and patch that tomorrow also. But yeah, it's definitely looking a lot better than that. So we'll get it all welded in eventually. I think I do need a new bottle of gas because this one is pretty much empty. There's a little bit left in it, but it's not going to be enough to do all this. Maybe to tack it in, but as far as welding it in, definitely need a new bottle. So yeah, we'll figure that out. Either grab the new bottle, what's tomorrow, Friday? Either grab it tomorrow or wait till Monday. Either way, it's not too big of a deal. I did grab some ground straps for the body to frame, so I'll be adding those, one to the front, one to the rear. And then I did get the neutral safety switch and the gas cap. However, none of them work. It's the wrong neutral safety switch. I think it's one for the column and not the floor shift. And then the gas cap just would not tighten up on there. So I have to take those back tomorrow. Alright, so it's been a couple days, but got a new bottle, got a fresh bottle of welding gas, and then finished patching up these panels. So I'll probably hit these back ones with some steam sealer, but I think I got them all the way around. So just in case, might need some steam sealer. Up front, everything looks good. There are 4 little pinholes I have to fill. So I took some advice from a buddy, and I was like, I was just going to try to fill them with the weld, and obviously there's still rust around it, and kept blowing the hole open. So he said take a drill bit and just open up the hole, and then once you start seeing clean metal around it, that's big enough. So I did that to those 3 and this one. Just have to cut out some pieces of metal and get those welded up. And then I think we should be good. So once everything's welded up and I like how it looks, I'll go ahead and run to the store because I have to pick up the neutral safety switch. That should be here today. Pick that up from Napa, and then probably swing by Home Depot and grab some paint for the floor. Hit all this with the sander. Clean it out and then coat it, and we should be good. Alright, so now the weather's starting to cool down a little bit. I don't know if it's time to do a run of long sleeves or another another run of the hoodies. But we'll see. I'll put a couple filler posts out there and see. But let's get back to the 70 Monte Carlo. I have a whole bunch of stuff laying around. So the carpet, the seats, the gas tank. It's time to start putting some of the stuff back in. The center console. So I was going to start with the gas tank today, but I'm like, you know what? Let's try to get this interior knocked out of the way. So we have the sound deadening. This time I'm with Kill Mat. Just ordered off Amazon. Pretty inexpensive. You could go thicker and just gets more expensive. It just depends on how much you need. So this 50 square feet should be more than enough to do the inside. Maybe get a little bit of the trunk. Who knows? But painted the floor yesterday, so that's been dry for about 24 hours, a little over. Looking pretty good. Like I said, it's getting covered up, so it didn't have to be perfect, but it definitely looks a lot better. Floors are patched, so we're good there. But yeah, going to get started on doing the sound deadening, and then probably just start putting the interior back in. That way I could clear up some room in the garage and just start buttoning this thing up. Yeah, it's looking a lot better. That's looking a lot better. So the spots where the bolts and nuts go, those are obviously just left open. Same thing with the mounting points for the shifter. So yeah, I think next is to vacuum off the carpet, throw that back in, throw the back seat back in. I could have went a little higher, but the seats itself, we're going to give it sound deadening, and then I don't know what they want to do eventually farther down the line. Maybe paint that or go back through. But we do have plenty left, and like I said, that might be just cleaning up the trunk area and knocking out as much of that as we can. I don't think it'll be enough to do the whole trunk, but it'd be a good portion of it.